I'm gonna put it like this, but take it how you will. When you are doing what she was doing, your door should not be wide open, and you should not be that loud. That's all.
She was whacking her meat, bro. Her girl meat. Yeah, that's crazy. With the door open, knowing you have roommates is insane. Like, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Lit Fam. Now today, bro, we got Freaky Eye Roommate by But True. Now this literally popped up on my recommendation page, and it looks pretty interesting, bro. I want to see what's so freaky about his roommate. Not for any reason, of course. Alright, this one says, warning, you will see mentally unstable people on my channel. For the love of all that is holy, please don't do anything these social rejects do. If you or anyone you know is absent-minded enough to idolize any of these people, please seek professional help immediately. That's a fact. Some people need that. I am currently on vacation in Florida. This video has been made ahead of time and is released on a schedule. Don't know why I needed to tell you that. I just felt like saying it. If you made it this far, tell me which version of the Hulk is better. Wrong answers will be banned from this planet into the dark void. Anyways, chat, without further ado, make sure to grab your popcorn. Let's see.
I would have been incredibly happy never telling this story, but at the same time, it's one of my favorites because it comes with a lot of morals. Last story time I made, people kept calling it fake, even though I put a lot of video and picture evidence in the story. So I'm looking at that and I'm like, okay, well, I can never tell this one. But at the same time, I'm like, fucking, well, shit, if you can tell a story and put evidence in it and people still call it fake, then there's literally no point in holding back.
Okay, so this guy, he obviously puts the evidence, but my thing is, like, does it really matter if it was fake, though? Like, these type of animation channels, I feel like a lot of stories is fabricated, and maybe not completely fabricated, but obviously, you know, to enhance the entertainment value of things, there has to be, you know, shock to it or certain twists or events. I don't know. Like, I feel like not everything, all these animation channels is just 100% true. But if this guy's saying that he's putting evidence and stuff and you guys still not believing it, then it might be a little restarted.
I'll tell this story. Enjoy. All of the previous roommates
I don't think it's a big deal though.
Moved out. Some of them couldn't afford to live there. Some of their boyfriends didn't like the fact that they had a guy for a roommate. Some of them, I can't really say why because it's not my story to tell. And don't get me wrong, I genuinely thought.
All right, we're not gonna ignore this this mug right here that says a good boy. And is that supposed to be you, like in a doggy position? Yo, freak. Is you freak? Or is your roommate a freak? I can't tell.
Can't really say why because it's not my story to tell. And don't get me wrong, I genuinely thought most of these people were cool in their own individual ways. So of course I wished them the best and told them we would always be friends.
Right?
But I was at my limit with some of these people. Like I said, most of them were really cool at the end of the day, but there were some huge problems that I can realistically say I am not going to miss. Such as having people routinely crash out on me because it's their period and for some reason that gives them the right to be an asshole. Weekly and sometimes bi-weekly.
Hey, that's just women, man. You gotta deal with it, man.
Drug-induced anxiety attacks. Beefing with.
But I can imagine, like, bro, already dealing with one person. I can imagine dealing with a whole bunch of college girls, bro, that just on their period at the same time, just roasting your shit.
Weekly and sometimes bi-weekly drug-induced anxiety attacks. Beefing with their boyfriends because they, for some delusional reason, think that I want their girls. So, like I said, awesome group of people, but even awesome.
I mean, to be honest, dude, it is kind of weird, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the girls, and then you just the one guy in there. It's like, hey,
people have
you don't know what's going on.
Them, like, extremely not fucking awesome to be around. I do kind of miss them sometimes, though. I really wonder what they're up to. I don't know. Maybe if things went a little differently, then we could. What the hell was that? One thing that sucks about living alone is there is literally no one to blame all the random noises you hear around your house on. I developed this habit of getting up and leaving the room I was in because I was certain
I wonder if he hears them like getting clapped or something.
Somebody was spying on me. I started unlocking a lot of fears about being in my room animating. Because with me being the only person here, the only person somebody could hurt if they got in here was me.
Give me your ass, true. Nigga, you see me looking at you. Nigga, give me your ass, nigga.
And like
what you mean, give me your ass? Like, what's he gonna do? Take his cheeks off?
Said I still liked living alone, but there were just some things that were not worth it. Like the rent is so much more expensive when it's just you paying for it versus you and 3 other people paying for it. It was almost like $2,000 a month. Not to mention at that point, the price of almost everything was going up. I was dangerously close to giving head for a carton of eggs, bro. That would have been a
all right, buddy. Get your freak ass on way. I mean, but times are tough, man. Economy sucks.
real low point. So after a while, I think to myself, I'm like, okay, I guess I've had my fun. It's time we get some roommates to fill all these empty rooms. But I didn't want just anybody in here. It was important to me that I maintain my peace this time. So I started scheduling some interviews to look for possible roommates. Out of all the interviews I had, there were 3 people that stood out to me. Fiona.
See, I can never like do this whole roommate thing, bro. Like it's one thing, you know, even living with family and stuff, you know, can get hectic, especially, you know, how many family members you live with or whatever. But dude, just living with a random stranger, I can't do that, bro. Like I need my space. Like it's just uncomfortable. Like even when people come over and stuff, they only be over for a certain amount of time and you gotta go, my boy. It ain't no disrespect too. It's just, you know, I just need my space.
Michael and Kimmy.
Like I need to be walking around with my balls out.
And also this other dude that I
not feel weird about it.
Used to hang out with, but he lost his phone and went AFK right before the interviews. The person I really wanted though was Kimmy. We had known each other for almost a year at that point, and she was also looking to move out of her parents' place. But due to what I can only imagine is the way that I look, going against their traditional Asian values, they did not want her moving in with me. It actually escalated and they ended up calling.
She doesn't want me to tell that story yet. Wait, ended up calling what? What can they possibly call the fucking cops? Because you wanted to live with her?
Escalated and they ended up calling.
What?
And even though she couldn't live there, she would come to visit me like almost every single day, which, in my opinion, makes it like she actually does live there, so I don't really know what her parents were going for. But Fiona and Michael seem like cool people, so the last thing left for them to do was to sign.
But it actually sucks though, like, you know, how some parents like are literally deeply rooted in racism so much that, you know, even when their kids want to do something or, you know, like this guy seems like a cool guy, is a good friend or whatever, but no, because he's black or whatever, like, you know, they don't want him to be with them. And that's just, you know, decades and generations of racism, bro. And it's so fucking weird, especially from counterparts like Asian and stuff, because like you still consider a minority. Like I don't know why, you know, they're trying to act like these racist white people. Like sometimes that shit be blowing me, because you know these racist white people will definitely condemn them no matter what. Like they're not accepted, bro.
The contract.
Like we're all in the same boat at the end of the day, bro.
To do was to sign the contract. After that, we shook hands. That does not look like they're shaking my hand, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
for a while,
that looks
they never
weird.
really struck me as weird people while they were living there. I always spent most of the day animating. Usually around the time that I wanted to call it quits, Mike would come home from his job with a six-pack. Fiona was always a different case, though.
Okay.
She loved to talk, and I always thought that was really cool about her, but every now and then, she would say some very not PG-13 stuff in the
She wanted that day. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. She wanted that dick. That's the only reason she chopping it up with you a little more than usual. Now she's saying a little more than PG-13 things. Yeah, what else can it be?
PG-13 stuff in the conversation. And me, with the sense of humor that I have, I always thought the shit was hilarious. But Kimmy, on the other hand, did not find it to be the most charming. I didn't really care, bro. As long as they were paying their rent, I didn't have any problems with them. Like I said earlier, I'm usually at home animating.
I wonder what they're saying.
I'm sitting at home wrapping up this absolute fucking masterpiece, bro. I got my headphones in, just kind of tuning out the world. But in the corner,
hey, is that wait, what is he using? No, that's not Da Vinci. What is this? What is this?
The world. But in the corner of my vision,
I can't see it.
I can see Michael and Fiona arguing about something. But I'm right towards the end of finishing the video, so I don't really care that much. But through my headphones, I can pick up some noticeable buzzwords such as girlfriend and f***ing. So I'm like, okay, let me remove my headphones and pay attention to the conversation that's happening in front of me.
Yeah, see, I couldn't deal with this shit, bro. I couldn't deal with this. Motherfuckers just strangers living in my house arguing and shit. No. No, when y'all gonna have to take that shit outside, take that shit to the next block, my nigga. Hell no. That's why you trying to work or something. Yeah, I just can't do it. Can't do it because people don't know how to be considerate. People are rude, and when they're at home, bro, that's when they be the worst version of themselves. Like I can't do it, bro. Like I gotta be myself and have my own space.
Trying to be a little bit more sensitive with my stories. This is a gross fucking topic, but the YouTube friendly version of it is Mike was in his room with his girlfriend. Along comes Fiona. Mike, his girlfriend, and Fiona are hanging out. After a little bit of time passes, Mike and his girlfriend start to get a little bit more intimate. Fiona doesn't leave, and for some fucking reason, Mike doesn't tell her to leave. So she just watches them from start to finish. This was the dumbest ever chain of events that anybody has ever told me happened because all of it seemed very easily preventable. So when they tell me what happened,
yeah, all this is weird because one, they're doing it in front of somebody, which is already weird, and then the somebody is staying too, so they're kind of weird for staying too. Like, I don't know what's going on. What is this love triangle, bro? And now this nigga caught in the middle of it.
And I'm like, haha, you guys had me going. I actually thought you guys were seriously arguing.
What?
You guys are kidding, right?
I don't think they're kidding, bro. They're being dead. Brother,
But when I found out they were serious, that shit really pissed me off. because I've been in situations where people live together and they confuse those freedoms of living together with also thinking they should do other things together. And by the end of it, everybody has a delusional idea about what went down, why it went down, who wanted who, and who wanted what. And if you cannot safely live with somebody without crossing those boundaries, and once you two decide to take that step across that boundary, you're arguing about it later instead of taking responsibility for your part in it, you clearly weren't smart enough to make that decision in the first place.
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all literally did the do. Like, what is we arguing about at this point? Like, it's just, bro, I think y'all just hate each other or something. At this point, you're just finding anything to argue about. But yeah, this is weird. And yeah, like he said, you know, wait, hold on.
You cannot safely live with somebody without crossing those boundaries. And
yeah, the boundaries, that's what I meant to say. Like, when people cross boundaries and stuff, it's GG's. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're living with strangers and stuff, because it's like, there's no line now. The line is gone.
You clearly weren't smart enough to make that decision in the first place. Fiona, you should have left. Michael, you should have told her. Neither of you guys did what you were supposed to do in that situation, so neither one of you was more the good guy, and neither one of you was more the bad guy. Stop arguing about it and grow the fuck up.
Bro, this is literally common sense, bro. Yo, the world needs more of this. Like, literally all counterparts is responsible for certain things, and we just move past it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not the end of the world. Like, that's the problem nowadays. Like, everything is the end of the fucking world for everybody. Like, somebody does something, says something, oh my god, you need to die, you need to do this or whatever. Like, dude, it's just a situation. Handle it, especially handle it privately, bro. Because social media is fucking filled with a whole bunch of restarted people that just don't have nothing to do but comment on other people's lives. But yeah, it's just like, come on, bro. We could address every single part and be like, okay, my part is this, your part is that, your part, but don't be like, oh well, nah, it's all you, or all this person is all this person. It's like, that just makes things even worse, and everybody just has more tension.
The craziest part is, from what I noticed, despite both of them having this argument previously, she still hung out around him religiously, like every fucking day, every second of the day. Besides that, it did not even remotely seem like Michael's girlfriend liked Fiona. And I can't speak on their relationship because I'm not in it. Trust me, I understand that. But from the outside looking in, it seemed like one of those do whatever the fuck I say or you won't be my girlfriend by tomorrow type deals. And there's a lot more to it than that, but that's not my story to tell.
So this is literally like a little love triangle, bro. Like, that's what's going on.
Or you won't be my girlfriend by tomorrow.
That's so weird.
Deals. And there's a lot more to it than that, but that's not my story to tell. I did not want there to be any more relationship drama where I lived. One day, me and Kimmy are texting each other and we're furious because she thinks that the MCU Hulk is better. I'm an actual smart person, so I think that the early 2000s Hulk is better. She's like, all right, you know what?
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, the original Hulk, you know, like the first Hulk movie, that was the best. That's when the Hulk actually had aura. I feel like Marvel just fucking ruined him, bro. Just for nothing too. Like, just took away all of his aura.
I'm coming over right now. We're gonna watch this early 2000s movie, and if it sucks, we're fighting. She comes over, we're on the bed sitting down before we actually start watching the movie, and in the middle of talking, she just kind of stops and makes a face. First, I don't know what's wrong with her, but then I start making the same face. Because we both hear these really weird screaming noises that are coming from the next room over from us. We both just laugh it off and keep trying to talk over it, but it is not working.
Bro, screaming noises? What the fuck are we doing in the room?
Because it literally sounds like somebody is dying in the most dramatic way possible.
Oh my gosh.
Time passes, I get a little worried, so I just give her the bowl of popcorn. I get up and I'm like, I'm sorry, one of my roommates must be playing like a game or something right now.
They playing games, all right. They playing Smack the Buddy in real life.
We'll tell them to keep it down. I walk out of my room, into the main hallway, and when I do, I see that Fiona's door is open. I go up to the door to ask her if she's okay, and dude, I'm gonna put it like this, but take it how you will. When you are doing what she was doing, your door should not be wide open, and you should not be that loud. That's all. So I close her door to give her some privacy. Doing that kind of stuff with your door.
She was whacking her meat, bro. Her girl meat. Yeah, that's crazy. With the door open, knowing you have roommates is insane. Like, this is why I couldn't do the whole roommate shit, bro. I'll crash out on a nigga over this shit. Like, I'll literally crash out. I would kick you out, call all that shit. Like, what the fuck you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? Nah. Yeah, I don't have no patience for this. That's my thing. I don't have patience.
Door open is disgusting. And that was honestly my last straw with these people. It was going to suck having to pay almost $2,000 by myself for rent, but you know what? It's better that fucking happens than for me to have my female friend be subject to this kind of stuff every time she comes over here. So you know what I did?
It's kind of crazy, bro.
Bro, we can't just talk about this? Oh,
hell no.
All right, man. So where I'm coming at it from is, I think
slam that door, yes.
Like that, the place was back to being quiet.
Yeah.
But it was a different kind of quiet. Because at least this time I learned for sure it's better to be happy by yourself than be miserable in a room full of people.
Facts.
Also,
oh my gosh, that's
Kim is
facts.
usually right about this kind of shit.
Yo, this is literally, I know I'm trying to make it deep and everything, but this is a very good message, bro. It's better to be by yourself and have good energy and be happy, and to be in a room full of people just to, you know, fill in the spots in your life or fill in certain you know, aspects, certain attention, like whatever. Like, it's better to just be alone and find and love yourself and find yourself and everything, because then you're gonna be a better person and your energy is gonna be protected, bro. You don't gotta worry about people clapping in the next room or just giving you bullshit, you know what I'm saying, from their life and giving you negative energy, whatever. You know, like, you gotta pick who you're around the most very carefully, you know what I'm saying? Obviously you love your family, whatever, but I'm talking about, you know, your living situation as you grow up and you be an adult, whatever. Like, it's literally so important to surround yourself with the right people. And if you don't got that, you know it, bro. Because we all like have those feelings when around certain people. It's like, damn, the fuck, like, they always negative or something, like something's always happening, something's always like bad or whatever. I feel bad all the time, you know? And that's when you gotta cut that shit off, bro. You gotta worry about yourself. Get your life together, because the only one that's got your back is you.
A room full of people. Also, I learned that Kimmy's usually right about this kind of shit.
Still on their head, with my foot on their neck.
Foot on they what?
All I want is respect.
All I want is
always chasing the check.
always chasing that check.
Got my bullseye in red. While I'm cooling instead.
Calling it
10K in a jam sport.
Okay.
All the weed on my pass.
Oh my gosh, yo, that was a vibe, bro. Yo, shout out Butt True. This is my first time watching. Hey, that was a pretty good video, man. But yeah, there's some life lessons in there. Pretty cool story. He deadass had some freaky ass roommates, so it wasn't clickbait. But yeah, chat. Let me know what else you guys want to react to, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.